everyone, and welcome to the LTH product briefing. I'm joined today by Matan Barak, the head of legal product at Verbit. Welcome, Matan.
Thank you, Nikki. I'm happy to be here.
It's great to have you with us. For all watching, you may have heard of Verbit before. It's actually been around for quite a few years. It is a leading transcription company. Verbit actually produces the closed captioning and transcripts for media companies such as CNN. That's correct, Matan?
This is correct.
And that product is also available for legal, the Verbit Captivate product. But what is very exciting, and the reason we have Matan with us right now, just before Legal Week in 2025, is because during Legal Week, Verbit's new product, specifically for the legal industry, will launch the Visor product. And Matan, you are here today to tell us a little bit about Visor and to show us a demo. So over to you.
Yeah, thank you. I believe in demoing in the beginning. So let's start with the demo instead.
Let's do it. I'm excited about this one.
So this is Verbit. We are transcribing everything that is being said in real time during any session. I'm going to talk about legal, but you're going to see it on the side and everything that we are saying. So to connect to what Nikki has just said, my name is Matan Barak. I'm head of legal product. I'm with the company for 2 years, and I'm very excited to show you what we have created in the last year in order to change and disrupt the litigation industry. A bit about Verbit. Verbit is a company that was established in 2017, basically for transcription and closed captioning. As Nikki mentioned, working with some big media networks in the US. We're the one who are doing the Olympics or the Super Bowl, and we decided to leverage our proprietary technology also for other industries. For example, we are the one who are working with the court reporting agencies in order to create the rough draft and the final versions. But what I'm going to show you is how we are going to help and empower the lead attorney and the second chair during deposition and potentially in every legal session. So the real challenge that there is, and this is, I'm guessing, something that everyone is aware of, is how to analyze big amounts of data, which is growing as part of the case, and how to make sure that you are not losing any information that you can find in it, and how you are able to capture it in the most accurate way, and how you are able to understand it, and make sure that you get the right call to action on top of it. So what we are doing at Verbit, we make sure that every spoken content will be seamlessly integrated into the legal workflow. This is how we are using our Captivate solution, our automatic speech recognition technology, in order to make sure that everything will be as accurate as possible. In addition, we make sure that we find opportunities within each spoken interaction that carry value. This is using our AI engine by finding inconsistencies, smart summary, intelligent searching, and much more. It can be everywhere. We're starting with deposition, but it can also be within intake meetings, arbitration, negotiation meetings, and much more. This is some small information about our technology. First of all, we are capturing everything that is being said. We are creating a designated mode for this specific case, which is also boosted by legal information. By doing so, we are making sure that no data is being passed between cases for security reason, and also making sure that everything will be with no hallucinations. Then there is the understand piece in order to find connections between the case documents and what is being said in real time. And the last piece is the apply, where we are connecting to all of the relevant platforms and creating the right formats in order to make the most impact. So as two examples, imagine you are in a virtual deposition over Zoom. You will be able to transcribe everything in real time, share it also with your clients, get insights like contradictions, deposition outline tracking, and much more, finding those voices into actions, and then connecting to all of the relevant platforms. Another example can be when you start a case and you get 100 new recordings in your e-discovery system. Our platform will be able to take those recordings automatically, transcribe them, create the insight, and send it back to the e-discovery system. But now let me show you like a real case, mock depositions that we have transcribed, and how it's look like. So what in front of you, it's the same view of the real-time transcription, where you can see the transcript of a case of a guy named Mr. Manning who had an accident. On the side, you are able to see the naming identification, whereas happening, it can be manually but it can also be automatic based on the context of the deposition. By the way we are doing it, after 15 to 25 seconds of voice, we are able to automatically capture the voice signature of each participant. And from that moment forward, it will be automatic. In addition, you can see like the basic transcription with all of the accessibility needs, where I can change the theme, change the font size and all of those, but we are also supporting 50 plus languages for transcription and translation. The reason for doing so is because there are situations where the witness is talking in Spanish and your team understand only English, so you want to get all of the information as it is happening in order to get the most value out of it. So in this example, I will be able to translate to, I don't know, like French. Nikki, do you speak French?
A little bit.
So keep me honest here. So in real time, we're able to translate to all of those languages. Nikki, is this okay?
Yeah, looks good.
Cool. But this is all around the transcription solution. In addition to all of this, as I mentioned before, we are also connected to all of the case documents, and you can ask any questions that you want. In this case, what was Mr. Manning driving conditions during the day of the accident? What it does behind the scenes, it will go to the case documents and also for transcription itself. We'll find a solution regular to Google. You can click on any document and see it over here. This is a regular Google-like semantic search.
Just to pause you for a second, could you be doing this in real time during a deposition? Verbit would continue to transcribe, but you can also be interrogating the transcription as well as the underlying case documents. Is that right? That's what it's searching.
Exactly. This is exactly what we are doing. The transcription goes on and on, the deposition goes on, and we will be able to ask any question in order to find those search results, but also the AI answer, which I'm going to tap in a second, as it's happening. And it's taken into one piece of information altogether. And we get also the AI answer for the question. And also, and it's very important, in the legal industry, also the references, why this is the answer. You can copy it and use it. Another cool thing about another interesting solution with the search, I can go over here, okay, I want to search all of the documents that Mr. Frederick appeared on. I can just highlight it, click on search, and to search for all of the references and all of the documents that Mr. Frederick appeared in. It will also give me who is Mr. Frederick in this specific example with the AI solution. But what happened if I didn't know what to ask or what to highlight? This is why we created this insight panel. The first 3 insights that we're gonna launch during Legal Week is the summary. You can generate summary at any point that you want, during the break, during the session itself, after the deposition. We are also extracting chapters. We're extracting all of the topics automatically from within the position itself. And then you get like a short summary in bullets of every topic. This is also very helpful for people that are joining remotely or is not joining in the beginning of the deposition and wants to get some information what's happened so far. And on top of all of this, we are also creating an automatic inconsistencies detection that is happening in real time. So in this example, it's found all of those inconsistencies where the first statement comes from within the transcript itself, but the second statement that actually contradict what is said during the depositions comes from the external document.
That is incredibly powerful for litigators to be able to access those insights during a deposition or trial.
We believe that there is a lot of value in order to get all of this information as it's happening and in the moment, and making sure that you are not missing any insight that might happen.
Right, exactly. Any opportunities to ask critical questions or to adapt your case strategy to what's happening in the moment and what's being said in the moment.
And we know there are many things that with this technology we can create. For example, we are working on admission tracking. You will send us your admission list and we will track and say if those were clear or not clear, and also help you by rephrasing a new question in order to get if the admission was not clear enough. We are working on a timer of events, an automatic timer of events, improving the summary capabilities. So there are many things that we have on our roadmap in order to make sure that every insight that we create is aligned with the need and the values that we can provide for our customers.
Was there anything else that you wanted to show us today? Matan?
Yeah, this is what we are launching in a week from now. But as a technological company, we are working very heavily on our AI capabilities. And behind the scenes, in order to provide more insights and more information, we understand that in order to create the piece of the understanding, text is not only layer of information. There are other layers of information that are important. For example, when I'm talking right now, my voice tells a lot about what I'm saying. If I'm excited, if I'm nervous. My body language, my facial impressions are saying a lot of things also. And we know that during a deposition, it's also like that. So what I'm going to show you right now, it's a glimpse to the future of what we are developing, which kind of give you another layer of information that can influence the level of insight that you get from our system.
So this is a sneak peek.
A sneak peek. So we are leveraging our visual description capabilities from the media industry in order to detect body language within videos. It can be also live. Here you're going to see the transcript. Please tell me, keep me honest, Nikki, that you can hear it. And you're going to see the actual investigation.
Sherry Papini sits with her hands clasped in her lap. She turns to Keith
We'll
Papini.
move forward a bit.
And we'll move on to the next stages.
Keith moves his foot back and forth, as if he is nervous or restless.
Obviously, everything's fearful.
This is just an example of how advanced the technologies can lead us through. I'm not saying this is gonna be like a solution that we're gonna push in a month or two from now, but the opportunities around better understanding what is happening around us beyond only textual, but also visual elements can actually get us closer to better understanding, to a real virtual second shift.
Very interesting. Matan, thank you so much for showing it to us. I do say this is the Visor product that you've shown us. I can imagine it being a tool that really differentiates two litigation teams from one another. One team has access to real-time insights that allow for updated questions and to ensure you don't miss anything during a deposition, and the other does not. That actually becomes a kind of competitive advantage that I think a lot of firms will recognize. I also think it's such an interesting use of generative AI because it genuinely changes the way you work. Instead of waiting for the transcript at the end of the day, you have it to hand immediately and you're able to see how it stacks up against the evidence. So just fascinating. Matan, thank you so much for joining us today and best of luck for a successful launch next week.
Thank you. We are looking forward to it, and thank you for the opportunity.
Of course. For everyone watching, we will put the URL across the bottom of the screen. We will also add to our social posts about this and our write-up the booth that Verbit will be at Legal Week. They are having real-time depositions at Legal Week as well, so you can go and watch that and meet the team behind Verbit. Matan, thanks again. Thanks everyone for watching. See you next time.